You're watching the Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Jam-packed show to get to on today's show because Kyrie Irving juice is out there, which means we got to bring it to you here on the Lakers Report. And Charania has more info after hopping on the Pat McAfee Show today. So we're going to cover you guys on everything surrounding Kyrie and a little bit of Kevin Durant as well. NBA offseason could be heating back up here, so stay with us. Also, stick around until the end of the video because if you want a shout-out on the next video, you better stay tuned to find out how that can happen by sticking around throughout the show. Don't know when it's going to happen, so stay with us here on today's video. All right, let's get you caught up on the latest on Kyrie Irving. He's okay with starting the year in Brooklyn. There's kind of been murmurs of this over the last few weeks, and this does make sense because he did opt into his player option. He should have at least accepted that being with the Nets this year is a possibility. Shams says that Kyrie is, quote, committed, close quote, to the Brooklyn Nets, and that he's doing everything behind the scenes to show that he is sticking by that commitment. Now, I think that Kyrie would certainly be open to a trade, but he's let it be known that he is committed to Brooklyn. Shams also added that Kyrie has shown a high level of professionalism since exercising that player option, and since then, as things move forward here, so according to Shams, that has been the case. Now, I will challenge that a little bit. That feels like agent talk to me, like all the KD stuff drops yesterday, and then all of a sudden today Kyrie's agent reaches out to Shams, be like, hey, Kyrie's been a pro. He's doing all the right things. Report that, which at times reporters can be mouthpieces for agents. Now, Shams is a legit reporter. Now, he's one of the best in the game. I'm not saying he's just a spokesperson for NBA player agents, but this is part of the game in today's NBA. Agents, staffs, they send info, leak info, or directly send info to reporters to make public, and that feels like it could be the case here from Kyrie's agent to kind of make him look like the good guy in this whole situation after KD did double out down on his trade request yesterday. Now, obviously with Irving, he's been connected to the Lakers for a while. We do have to talk about his unreliability in recent years, really throughout his career, but 2 out of the last 3 years, he's missed 50-plus games, and even in the 2020-2021 season when he missed only 18 games, that was still a quarter of the year. That was a 72-game season for the Brooklyn Nets. That's 25% of games missed. It's not like he was just heavily available. Oh, and by the way, that year he didn't play in the playoffs, so that's a big problem as well. Now, again, we've certainly talked about how he would be an upgrade from Russell Westbrook, but we should certainly make clear that he has his issues. Get in the comments section and let us know. Describe Kyrie Irving using only one word. One word in the comments on today's show when it comes to Kyrie Irving. Let us know down in the comments section. Next up, as we continue to get you guys caught up on the latest around Kyrie Irving, seems like a trade is unlikely before the season starts. Now, that could change with Kevin Durant. If he gets traded, maybe that ramps one up. But we're getting closer and closer to training camp, about a month and a half away or so. Shams added this, quote, I think the likelihood is still that right now the plan is for him to stay a net going into training camp in the season. I don't believe as it stands right now if Kevin Durant is traded, it's a foregone conclusion that Kyrie Irving's traded. I think it's really going to be about how these conversations keep going. And yeah, I could certainly see a scenario where Kyrie does stay, just plays the last year out, and then controls his destiny as a free agent next year, but we'll have to wait and see. I can promise you this, with the latest updates that continue to come out, we're going to continue to plug out videos almost every single day here on the Lakers Report, the latest news, rumors, Kyrie and KD watch. It impacts the Lakers in some ways directly, in a lot of ways indirectly. We'll continue to explain what that means with the latest updates around the association. So subscribe, turn on those notifications. That way you never miss a video, whether it's me or Chase Sr. We're going to continue to have you guys updated throughout the offseason and on into the regular season. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. This all comes down to a KD trade because it sounds good in theory if KD gets traded, that doesn't mean Kyrie's going to be out. You really think Kyrie is going to want to stick around if KD is out? That seems unlikely. Doesn't mean it's impossible. He could just say, you know what, I'll just play this final year out, put up some huge stats, and then hit free agency next year. He could go that route, but KD is the next big domino in the NBA offseason. That's where we are at right now because he doubled down on his trade request on Monday by saying, hey, either trade me or fire GM Sean Marks and head coach Steve Nash, which I love all this stuff all of a sudden, how Kyrie and KD apparently hate Steve Nash. It's like, dude, y'all picked this guy. Y'all picked this guy. We're going to dive into that here in a little bit as well, but it just it just makes me laugh because it's like, wait a second. You wanted this guy. You basically said you didn't want to coach, so you hired a guy who's never really coached before, so you didn't have to have a hard-ass coaching you. And now, oh, well, the coach sucks. You can't have it both ways at the end of the day. What you can have is this Lakers t-shirt combo on sale for 40% off at chatsports.com/Lakers combo. Short sleeve, long sleeve, you get the combination on sale. Sizes all the way from small to 3XL. Plenty of variety there, so keep that in mind. Chatsports.com/Lakers combo. If you already have plenty of shirts, hey, you can do your Christmas shopping in August. You're good to go there. Get a couple sets and save them for the Christmas season. Chatsports.com/Lakers combo. Link in the comments and in the description of this video. All right, let's keep it moving here. Kyrie, like I alluded to, sounds like he doesn't like the Nets GM head coach duo either. We heard that yesterday from KD. Basically, he said he doesn't trust it. That was the ultimatum from Durant to Nets owner Joe Tsai. Trade me or fire both Sean Marks and Steve Nash. Now, Tsai came out and said, we trust our GM and our head coach, and we're moving forward, so we'll see what happens there. This is interesting. New York Post says a source close to the Nets says Kyrie Irving hates these guys. He feels that Nash is terrible and Marks is bad. KD came to the same conclusion. So wait a minute. Did Kyrie actually decide first that these guys suck, and then KD was like, okay, I'm going to double down on my trade request because if Kyrie thinks they suck, I think they suck too. Who the hell knows what's going on in Kyrie and KD's heads? Predict the unpredictable. That's kind of the name of the game with these two players at this point. Now, what I will say is I do think the Nets have failed to build a good enough roster around these guys. Now, maybe Ben Simmons could be a piece that helps them succeed if they were all to be in Brooklyn this year, which seems unlikely at this point. But Simmons also hasn't played in over a year, and there's tons of rumors and drama around him at this point. We don't know what's going on there. So it's just a mess. This Nets dynasty attempt has absolutely failed. There's no doubt about it. You think the Lakers last couple of years has been dramatic after winning a title? Look at Brooklyn. They got these two dudes together. They wanted to win championships. They haven't even made a conference title appearance. Eastern Conference Finals series. Like, what a disaster it has been for the Brooklyn Nets. Now, Russ out, Kyrie in. If that ends up happening, the Lakers would be a top blank team in the Western Conference. Top 8, top 4, top 1? Where do you think? If Russ is out and Kyrie is in, where do you think the Lakers fit in the Western Conference hierarchy? All right, let's wrap it up with KD as well, because he could hold out. If he's true to his word, he will not play for the Nets if they keep Sean Marks and Steve Nash. And Sean Charania added that could happen, that he could hold out. That is not out of the realm of possibility. Now, one thing we know for certain with Kevin Durant, the guy's a hooper. I mean, he's always playing in these off-season summer leagues. He loves to hoop. Like, if there's anything we know about Durant, the guy just wakes up and loves to shoot the basketball. Like, he loves to hoop. So, like, would he really sit out a season? Seems tough entering his age 34 season. But if he's true to his word, which that's questionable too, but if he is, then he will. Because unless the Nets decide to fire Sean Marks and Steve Nash, it appears that Durant is either going to get traded or hold out. So we'll see how that all shakes out. A lot still to come. There's no way it ends based on today's reporting. There's definitely more dominoes, more reports, more rumors, more drama, more everything to come when it comes to both Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Obviously, Kyrie's been the main focus for the Lakers, but if Durant is the next domino to drop, that is very impactful for the purple and gold as well as this offseason continues to unfold. All right, are you a real one? If you are, a real one on the Lakers report means two things. You love the Lakers, and you make it to the end of our video. So if you've gotten to this point, Comment real one down in the comments. You're a real one. I'm a real one. Chat Sports, we keep it real. We keep it 100 on a daily basis. And I told you guys, we'll give you guys shout-outs for everyone who comments real one on this show. If 150 people do it, we're giving 150 shout-outs. So buckle up. Comment real one down below. Plus, we got merch. We got Real One's T-shirts available for you guys. Chatsports.com/Real One. We'll have that link in the comments in the description as well. We got black. You got a purple one if you want to rep kind of Lakers theme there as well. Different colors. You got teal. I think there's a red one available. A couple different ones at your disposal. Chatsports.com/Real Ones. It's time for the Real Ones to stand up in the comments and, hey, represent the Real One Army here at Chat Sports and on the Lakers Report.